All right, what's up, everybody? Rev Sauce 9. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon for the latest and greatest that comes to my channel. Now, I've been all over the place, so I know this review is a little late than it should be. I know I usually go live with Icon, but because I've been so busy with dealing with the 50 Shades of Mental Health and piping and all this stuff, we're recording it, unfortunately. I've been busy. So, again, like I said, I've just been very busy. So let's get into talking about Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw wasn't bad. I would say it's a B show. I would say B plus plus. I enjoyed it. I thought there was a lot of things that progressed. Here's your quality difference between both companies, and I don't like to compare both, but since a lot of my community likes to compare, well, honestly, WWE's doing a better job for telling you a beginning, middle, and end and leading you into a pay-per-view. Bash in Berlin is looking pretty fucking sweet. Honestly, it's looking pretty good. I think WWE's doing amazing things. They added a strap match. I know that's playing off of what CM Punk did within AEW. Kind of got the same vibes as him and MJF. Hopefully we get to see some blood. Maybe we get to see something. I hope WWE maybe goes out of the element and does something uniquely different for a change, because these two have like a blood feud going on, and I think this will lead into bad blood, because I think there'll be some fuckery that happens again. But I've been liking the Drew McIntyre and CM Punk stuff. It's been great. I like both of these. I like the way they're playing off the friendship bracelet stuff. It's been great. So I did like that. Randy Orton and Gunther. That's been also great. Like, I love the beginning. I love the storytelling. The difference in quality, like I said before, between Tony Khan and Triple H's storytelling. It's very prevalent when you go and look. There's a beginning, middle, and end between storylines when it comes to on WWE product compared to AEW. And a lot of you want me to talk about this stuff when I do these reviews. And I try to point it out. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of comparing the two, but you guys want it, so I'm going to compare both of them because you guys want it. I do this for you guys. I listen to you guys in my comment section. I listen to you when I'm streaming. You guys want to see me go a little harder on AEW and be a little harsh. Okay, cool. I'll do that. But at the same time, WWE was kind of in that vortex of garbage. Like, the whole bloodline stuff until Roman Reigns showed up was pretty much trash. And Cody Rhodes has been ice cold, so we could say that. Now, Randy Orton and Gunther is best for business. I don't think Randy Orton's going to walk away winning that title, but I could see them doing it anyway. But at the same moment, Gunther's just good shit. Gunther will retain. I really ultimately think that's where they're going to head to. Gunther's good stuff. Like, I want to see Gunther hold that World Heavyweight title until WrestleMania. I do. I think Gunther's good shit. I'm not mad at Gunther and Randy Orton going at each other for a while. It's best for business. Randy Orton just re-signed a contract. Do you have Gunther just lose the belt right out the rip? I don't think so. But anything's possible in WWE terms. So, good segment. Again, Randy Orton was going to, they played back the things that happened last week, dropped him with an RKO. Da Vinci had a lot of things to do with that. It was a Vinci or was Kaiser. I do apologize. It was Kaiser. Vinci's over on SmackDown. My bad. I keep thinking of old school Imperium, and now it's just Kaiser and Gunther. Or Gunther. Sorry. Ludwig Kaiser comes out, attacks Orton from behind, sets up for a match at it's the main event. So pretty good shit. Jackie Redmond interviews as Sheamus, whose left hand was taped up, and Pete Dunne and Sheamus, he said he would have retribution over a sneaky Pete Dunne. He was also pumping up, asking for Fort Lauderdale if they would, are they ready for a banger. Then Orton will face Kaiser again. And then the announcers plugged NXT, had a bunch during this segment. Cole had mentioned when Sheamus and beat Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds at WrestleMania near Sun Life Stadium. So that's cool. They're kind of dropping a Danielson quote there. Sheamus defeats Pete Dunne. This match went back and forth, and then Sheamus, man, I don't know how he broke the turnbuckle thing and then hit him with a bro kick for the 1-2-3. That shit was litty vigitty. Honestly, Sheamus, good shit. Pete Dunne, they're kind of building more NXT. They're kind of building him up more for NXT than they are for main event stuff. And they kind of been putting him on speed. But Pete Dunne's good shit. I like the rebuild of Pete Dunne. I like what they're doing in NXT with Pete Dunne. But Pete Dunne, again, went back and forth, played with the arm, and then the bro kick, 1, 2, 3. A good 11 minutes and 24-second match. I would say Sheamus is good stuff, honestly. Yeah, Sheamus should win this. Pete Dunne should have lost. It's going to make them feud some more, which is good. Dispute the loss. Dunne looked to be pleased with the damage he did to Sheamus's hand. Looks like he broke Sheamus's hand. The New Day had a segment. Odyssey Jones was warming up with Kofi Kingston. It looks like they're setting up for a feud between Xavier Woods and Odyssey Jones, or Xavier Woods versus Kofi Kingston. And it looks like somewhere Xavier Woods is going to turn on Kofi, and New Day will be just him and Odyssey Jones, which is fine by me. Again, Big E being replaced, I'm not mad over this because Big E's been hurt for so long. I'm not really upset, but a New Day breakup, I'm cool with that. I'm cool. We've all stated this on this channel of mine. Icon has said it. I've said it. Xavier Woods needs to break off at this point. You know, Xavier Woods looks built for a Intercontinental belt, for maybe to go with the New Testament. I mean, I'm cool with that. You know, Xavier Woods needs something. Kingston wanted to help Jones in the same way he wished people had helped them, and Woods agreeable. The whole segment was kind of stupid. And then you had Chad Gable and the American Maid officially welcoming Ivy Nile to the team. Would change her life. Nile said that she tried to warn Maxine Dupree, that she was going to do some shit to her. And yeah, it ended up Maxine Dupree versus Ivy Nile turned into the Wyatt Six showing up. It was pretty good. I have no issues with that. I think the American Maid versus the Wyatt Six has been good. Chad Gable getting what he deserves. Maxine Dupree, being protected is good. I think Maxine Dupree and Otis and Zazawa should be on NXT at this point. I think it would work wonders for that. But the Wyatt Six, good stuff. Liv Morgan and Dominic, the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley and Priest. Priest said Liv Morgan and Dom would receive their punishment at Bash in Berlin. Ripley accused Morgan of becoming a discounted Rhea Ripley. The Terror Twins would put them through a mat in Berlin. And then we had the CM Punk segment building up for a strap match, which was great. I'm cool with that, building up for a strap match. Basically going back and forth over the bracelet. 6-man tag, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Odyssey Jones defeating Killer Cross and AOP. I don't care because that's a throwaway match. They had a sold-out crowd. They were announced 13,718 people. Ruby Lawler was shown into the front row. Or Robbie Lawler. UFC talent, I believe. Adam Pearce tried to talk to The Miz out of facing Bronson Reed. Didn't want Bronson Reed to destroy him. And he wanted payback for what Reed did to Truth. And Miz got squashed, basically. So basically, kicked out, and then Miz got through a table with a DVD. Reed followed with a tsunami for a pinfall win. Honestly, I could care less, to be honest with you. Could care less. Bronson Reed, it was a walk in the park. Braun Strowman walks out, basically, and I can't wait for this feud to happen between Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman. I think that's going to be best for business for a while. I think these two will feud for a while. And Braun Strowman needed something. To be honest with you. Braun Breaker interviews Kelly and asks Braun Breaker what's next for beating Sami Zayn. And I'm grateful that Braun Breaker beat Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn needed to be squashed and buried for a minute. Braun was very happy. He was highly educated in the university because of heard there was a world would be in torment starting next week, tournament starting next week to determine the next challenger. Was funny to him. He knew Pierce wanted to slow him down because of his process too quickly. Braun said it. Braun has said it wasn't his fault. he was badass and he felt his genetic freak more talented than anyone in the locker room, and he wasn't at fault. That the dogs were barking in every city that he went to. Basically. Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio. This ended up being back and forth between the New Judgment Day, which was supposed to be called Trash something rather, or Trash Streets or something like that, which I thank God they didn't go with the name. And then they, at the end, Dominic and all them, basically, it turned into a beat down, and the Judgment Day pretty much got what they needed out of that. So Rhea Ripley and Priest basically got beat the fuck out, and that was the way that went. So there's that. Now this triple threat, Zoe Stark for the title. It went back to Emma Fire and Ella Dawn, the Unholy Union, which was really stupid. I thought they were going to do this at Bash in Berlin. Can I just be honest with you guys? This is the low part of the night for me, where the women's tag team belts are not prestigious. This is one thing with Triple H that he says he listens to people on social media. He listens. He's got a finger on the pulse, and he's constantly on his phone in gorilla position, as the reports say. But are you really listening? Because your women's division, your tag team side is fucking horrendously trash. Like, it's my piss break. Yes, it was 9 minutes and 24 seconds, but at the same time, it's like that piss break. You go and have a piss break. You spend more in your bathroom or cooking dinner than you actually watch the fucking match. And then when you're done watching, you're just like, thank God it's over. So I didn't care. The women's tag team belts, I could care less. It's not my cup of tea. I wish they would just abolish the belts and just bring in either a Intercontinental belt or a U.S. title and have them both separated on both products, just like they do the men's side of things, and just have people, So there was an announcement that Cole announced that Pat McAfee is going to be gone for a few months doing the college football stuff, the college game day stuff for ESPN, and part of they said they're a parent company, ESPN or whatever, TKO's company that they work with for the UFC. He's going to be leaving for a few months and be back in January. He said he wanted to thank them in a video package for everything that they've done. Joe Testator's coming in for the fill-in for the next couple of months, and then supposedly Joe Testator will be, because he does, I guess ESPN, I think he's done with ESPN, and he signed a major deal with WWE. I guess he's going to be on the carryover for Raw, and then he'll be moved over to SmackDown later on in the next year when they go live. So again, like I said, and then it did end with Randy Orton and Kaiser, and then that's how Raw ended, with him and Gunther going at each other and feuding. So that's how they ended the show, which is good. Monday Night Raw was great. I would say it's a 7.75, B++. I would say like almost an 8. I thought they had an ebb and flow that went along. Outside that women's match, I wouldn't give it a solid 10 out of 10, but that women's match, honestly, it's left me desire, and not having Braun Breaker, on in the ring and doing the things, and I thought that Bronson Reed Miz stuff was kind of hokey pokey. So I would say B+, B- area where it should fall in line. Raw did pretty much. I enjoyed Raw for the first time in a long time. I would say Raw is up there this week in my list of things. Now we got to see what NXT does tomorrow, but for the most part, I really like Monday Night Raw this week. I know this is a quick review kind of deal for me, but at the end of the day, again, like I tell you guys all the time, there's a beginning, middle, and end when it comes to WWE stuff. Now, good or bad, a lot of the Raws and the SmackDowns haven't been great to me. Now, SmackDown has picked up because of Roman Reigns, but it still ain't that great. And Raw has been the better show than SmackDown, honestly, every week. But, like I said before, I've been pretty happy with what's going on with WWE stuff. So my name is Rev Sauce. I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm back better than ever, baby. Again, keep this in mind. This week, I'm going to be streaming a lot more gaming. So video reviews are going to be the thing coming from me. So I'm going to be doing a lot of game streaming. So I may do my reviews in between things. I don't know yet. I haven't decided anything yet. But I am back better than ever doing marathon stuff and having a good time and having a blast. So I will see you guys on the next one. DeVille, also, I forgot to mention, DeVille kept getting involved in the Shayna knockout, knocked her out on the apron. I forgot to mention that in that women's match. I didn't really pay attention to the women's match, the tag team match, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.